Damn, son. What did we just see? Do you know what that means? Have you seen it yet? Men. We are men in the woods and we're doing this. Men. You probably don't understand that Workaholics reference. This new movie, Alex Garland. He's kind of tapping into something a little different here. This isn't like sci-fi thriller, sci-fi horror. We got like more of a flat-out horror movie, or at least it seems that way on the surface. But let's dive into all things men. I'm curious what y'all took away from the movie, because I definitely took away something myself. I think I actually pieced this one together, because it's definitely, one of those movies that maybe isn't exactly what it seems on the surface. There's a lot of underlying shit.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely unique in its own way.
Metaphors.
And it's very different than Alex Garland's usual Annihilation and Ex Machina, which are both incredible.
It is, but it isn't.
Yeah, because you definitely feel his stamp on it. Like, he's directing.
Oh yeah,
but it's
his cinematography.
The stamp comes way later in the movie, though.
The sci-fi. It just isn't there in this one.
I think it's the conversations. He's a great director to like film conversations between people, and I think it's mesmerizing every time.
Agreed.
And that's where I see his like stamp for sure is during the conversations.
Yeah. And I love how like at first I would doubt the female character,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden I really start to like her later in the movie, and then more and more.
It all comes together.
It's never ones that I would like think that I would like though.
Yeah, 100%, man. Tyler, where are you at? I can't wait to hear what you think about this movie.
Yeah, it was what I expected because I seen the trailer. But then when I got in there and towards the end of the movie, I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Was you scared?
No. Dude, there are some dope scenes that we can talk about.
This has got to be a spoiler conversation, by the way, because it's really hard to get around them.
Spoilers now.
Well, let's just say, I'll just say what we already said, non-spoiler real quick, is it definitely is a little different from Alex Garland's. You don't have the sci-fi shit, but you can definitely feel Alex Garland's stamp on the movie. You get all that great Alex Garland weirdness that's going to turn some people off and turn some people fucking downright on. You know what scenes I'm talking about. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, that's all you really need to know. We're going to reserve if it's good or not, and we're going to talk in the spoiler territory of what I definitely think it is after watching it, and we'll see if other people came up with that same, thing.
So my thoughts.
Spoilers. Are you doing spoilers right now?
That I was going to mention. No.
Okay.
Because
still
I
non-spoiler.
didn't really get a chance to share on. I was going in, and I mentioned to Brandon, I'm like, I love Alex Garland. I can't wait to see, because this trailer is really confusing me right now because it doesn't look very Alex Garland. And I'm like, I'm worried it's not going to live up to his name.
Mm-hmm.
It lives up to me. It definitely lives up.
Beautiful. Ricky says it lives up. All right. We're going to jump into spoiler territory, people. So be ready. So when you hear, get out of here. So, that's the one. That's it. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, such a crazy tune in that movie, too.
So good.
The context of it, too, was way better than even the trailer portrayed it to be. You just think it's a cool little tune until you watch the movie, and the context of where that tune comes from is amazing.
It's dope.
Mesmerizing.
Yeah. Give me a few days, I'll make a beat out of it.
100%.
That
Beach
would be
Boys
sick.
in the backyard, baby.
No, that's not it. No, that's not.
That's not the. That's just what it sounded like to me the first
thanks.
time I heard it. But yeah. Yes, dude. So, I mean, what is the context of that scene, Rodney? You can talk about it.
She's in this tunnel because she goes for a walk. She gets this I guess like an Airbnb almost, staying there for 2 weeks. And what is it? Ireland, I guess? Scotland?
It's Ireland to me.
Is it?
Scotland has a more. I know their accent. It was Ireland to me.
Okay.
To me, it was Kansas.
Yeah, could have been Kansas. I didn't see Dorothy though.
They had the Irish.
That's
sound.
the twist.
Oh, she's Dorothy.
She had that zombie singer for us.
But so she's in this tunnel and she's like, it echoes and it keeps echoing. So she made like this, I guess, song because we find out she can play piano like fucking amazingly.
And lied about it.
Yeah, but why'd you lie about it?
Why'd she lie about
That's
being
the
amazing?
question. It's a weird thing to lie
there's
about.
a few questions about this movie. Like, did he fall or did he jump?
Well, the only thing I could come to
is that he hoped he jumped farther out instead of onto the
Dude,
fence
how
post
gruesome
things. You know,
Yeah.
was his dude seeing
The
him,
after effects,
Oh my
yeah.
god, that fucking beautiful aesthetics, by the way.
yeah.
right.
Dude, how it went like the spear or the gate
Spike
post
from
went
the
like
gate,
way
yeah.
through, which is a callback later in the movie. We'll get to that
Yes, it
scene.
is.
With the
But
broken leg.
This is a spoiler,
No,
correct?
with the,
Yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
spoiler.
I know,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
the guy.
He
you know,
breaks
I
his
know.
leg, and then at the end they all
Yes.
come with broken legs.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
And
Yeah.
the split hands.
Dude, that scene,
With the in the door.
it was one of the coolest
In
things
the
I've
door.
seen. Yeah,
Oh my!
dude,
The
he's just-
slow. How slow it was.
Yeah, he just pulled it
it
away.
was so great.
I leaned into Brandon
I was
and
like,
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
It was
But I
so
did
cool.
I watched
Oh,
it
dude,
all.
and what they did with the split hand after
Yeah.
that, especially when he like grabbed her, the priest
Around-
version
Oh my
of him,
gosh,
and
the way
like,
he pushed her up against the mirror.
Yeah, he was gripping her with the same hand
Bro, it
around
was
the neck.
wild.
and
It was
like,
kind
what
of
is-
hot, but it was like
Yeah,
hot,
I was into
creepy,
it.
Yeah.
It's like, what is going on?
Damn, man.
Some crazy shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would do it. I would utilize it like that too if I could. I don't
Yeah,
know.
why not? I
Imagine
mean,
all the
I'll
things
never
you
get
could do.
this opportunity
You could be
again.
in, up here and down there. All that. Credit card swiping.
Yeah, God, who
All right.
knows what he could do with those
Who
hands?
knows?
Yeah,
Damn,
dude.
that's a big spoiler there.
Yeah, we're in spoiler
That's a
territory,
huge
so
spoiler. I
we're
know,
good.
but
We're
that-
good.
I'm saying that's a big one though.
Yeah, dude. I think the movie's dope, but like, what did y'all get from it? I know Ricky knows kind of like what he got from it and the stuff I talked about in the car.
Oh yes.
But like, what did you get out of the movie?
I didn't get it.
we need
I
women.
mean,
We need women on this earth.
is that what you got?
That's basically what I got out of like it's
Who's good?
it's kind of like a love letter to women, it like in a weird way, because it seemed like the whole concept of this movie lost me like halfway through, because I was expecting something completely different, like almost post-apocalyptic ish.
Really?
You know, yeah. I don't know why the trailer just did that for me. But then the movie got going, and then of course that third act, which is absolutely
It was insane.
But that happens, and I'm just like, oh, okay. So he's basically saying like, yeah, we need women to
Mhm.
keep, reproducing, to keep, things going.
Oh, that's-
Because she's
yeah.
seeing James there, dead, but it's like all in her head. He's still tormenting her. He's still torturing her. But at the same time, it's like, was she like a necessity? Like, do we even need them since they're like recreating themselves like in different form? Because was that not the same actor for all those fucking
Yeah.
people?
Yeah, 100%.
Was it? It was.
Yeah, it's the same
okay, I was
actor.
gonna say it was freaking me out at
Yeah.
first. I'm like, dude,
Did you not realize it was
The
him
man?
going in?
No.
The
Yeah,
man?
he,
I know-
Same
he
man?
murdered
going
that.
into this movie,
Oh.
I literally knew it was Alex Garland. That's
Really?
really all I
no,
knew
yeah,
about this
he played
movie.
every man character, and that's a big overlying
makes
point.
sense. That
This
makes
is
even more
this is
sense.
what happened, guys. This movie is a big metaphor for toxic masculinity.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what this
Yes.
movie
Yep.
is.
Yes.
When he's fucking, he's like, I was gonna
I
wait.
was
He's
gonna
gonna
say
That,
that.
yeah, like there's so many things that tip me off to that, dude. And another thing too, like when he's like spawning different creations of himself and turning into the same thing, she's harping on the shit with like her husband, and she through the effects of her husband is seeing all men as the same,
It's the same.
like because we think all men are the same. And
So because one man was toxic, and I'm saying he hurt her in many ways, she was seeing all men the same way. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
and that was for
it was
multiple
such a
faces.
symbolic, like it was like
yeah, exactly.
she's rebirthing the same toxic man over and over in
In
Yeah.
different forms of
Continue in different
toxicity.
Yeah,
too.
it's a
Yes.
different man. And then
Yes.
there's so many other things that plop into this too that we were dissecting and we were talking about. I was thinking about even something as just like the fucking crow, dude, that burst
Dude,
through.
yeah.
Down to like something as simple as that. That version of that guy, a different version of that guy, destroying her life in that situation. At the end of the day, he blames the destruction on something else. He passes the fucking blame onto something else, like a toxic man would do. He
Right.
deflects.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing that I came up with, which I was surprised I did, I was like, but what did the apples mean? It goes
It was
hand in hand.
religious, yeah.
No, but think what the apples mean. It's another metaphor. It's that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
I didn't think about it that
Yeah,
way.
that's what
Yeah.
I know. He's right.
That's
That was nice. Yeah, that's
so
right.
that's what's going on.
That's what that
pretty
was.
solid connection right there.
Yeah,
I like
I
that.
think
agree.
that-
When he said that,
I think
the
that's
ride
what's
back,
going
I was
on.
like, that's exactly what it is.
So I think it kind of goes both ways, where it's like us as men as a whole, like we need to change, but at the end of the day, as a woman too, you can't consider and put all men in one boat. It had to start with the person that caused her this pain and all this, but it had to end with him too, at the very end, for her to lay closure to it. And I think the movie is one huge symbolism for toxic masculinity.
Did you get any Ari Aster vibes in this movie?
Yes, I did. That's
it,
what
it
I.
seemed like,
What is that?
especially
Hereditary, Midsommar.
oh,
the church scene when she screams. I felt Midsommar vibes like tough, and I was loving
Yeah,
it.
you hear the bell or something as she
Yeah,
sings. or
instead of like
screams
hearing
and
her
then bell.
scream full, because it's like half and half. Like the end of
Yeah.
it, she's screaming.
I was like, that's
yeah.
Yeah, that was smart. That was a smart move.
I really like that. That
Yeah,
that it was like, and how different Garland was, because the ending of this movie is like it's bonkers as fuck,
Yeah.
and it's like Garland went above and beyond on
I
it.
wish that y'all would have pieced all this together like I had in my mind at the end though, because watching it like with like having it all laid out in front of you and you know exactly what's going on in comparison to just like watching it like I'm kind of getting it, or I'm like Tyler, like I don't know what the fuck's happening at
I was
all.
just trying to enjoy it.
like it would be like harder.
well,
for
no,
me.
like I
Way to
am.
put it.
Like I
you'll
mean,
see.
you might still enjoy it, but you're also like, I'm just confused. Like, what are we trying to say here? But if you know like the pieces, and you're like, you see the next piece of symbolism, you're like, oh shit, I see what he's doing here, and you're like, oh, he's doing that. Like you didn't really get to. I almost feel like y'all shouldn't even say your scores because like you should, but you need to watch it again.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
with that type of like piecing it all together and looking for all that.
I might go see it with Freeman tomorrow. I know he's going to see it.
I wonder if he'll pick up on all that too.
We'll see.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it was good. We got scores and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
It took
itching
me a
for
minute
Tyler.
to kind of come up with my score because, like I said, I was texting Freeman on the way here, and I told him the scores and shit, and I was like, dude, I need some time to like think about this one, which are usually the better movies are like that.
Yeah.
You get to think about
Yeah,
your score.
I came out of Midsommar like I don't know if I hated that or I absolutely loved it. And you know how I feel about it now.
I think I'm gonna sit on the first watch at an 8. I'm gonna go on and give it an 8.9 for the first watch. I want to watch it again, especially after what you were just talking about.
Probably gonna go up. Though.
But yeah, I would think it would. But still not my favorite Garland movie though.
yeah,
It's
just
still
'cause
not the
he-
better one.
same.
I'm
same.
sitting there. I'm like, is this
I'm-
my third favorite? And it's
Yeah, that high. Yeah, it's
Nah,
crazy.
He's
I agree.
So where are you at, Ricky?
Okay, so not my favorite either, but I promise you, I give this a solid flat 9.
Yeah,
Dude, all day long.
makes sense.
All day long because I'm a big Alex Garland fan, and since this is a spoiler, I really
Yeah.
love the fact that he took the same kind of like body into body kaleidoscope into like one into another thing that he did in Annihilation at the end with Jennifer Jason Leigh when she morphed into that thing that went into another
Yeah.
into another. And I love how Alex Garland portrays that, and he did it in the wildest way in this movie, and I loved it. I love
Yeah.
his touch, I love his twist.
and that's the reason why I think you need to watch it with all this knowledge, because you're watching that, you're like, oh, this is kind of cool, but it's also really weird.
Yeah.
But when you look at it as like the apple don't fall from the tree,
That was
by
dope.
passing,
when you start seeing
yeah.
all these things symbolically, you're like, oh wow, this
Yeah.
was like a really well
by
done movie.
passing the toxic masculinity onto the next generation, you were birthing different versions of
Yeah.
the same
and the
person.
man that played all these different parts, he killed it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
He
We cannot
killed
not
it.
talk about the
We cannot
performances
talk
real
about his
quick.
All of them.
performance.
The two
That
leads
that
though,
really bumped it
insane.
up to the 9 for me. Was
I can't-
his performance, man.
I can't get over how good the lead actress was. Her name's escaped me right now.
Oh, that's
I didn't like her at all, and then I did.
Jesse.
Just like he does me.
Jesse
something
Buckley.
Jesse Buckley.
And then the other dude, what he did with all them roles,
The
split
priest,
ass,
though?
it was
The
fucking
priest,
The priest was
insane.
my
favorite of the
favorite.
man.
Yeah,
Me too.
he
Yeah.
killed it.
Yeah, dude.
He
And-
fucking
For
killed
Because
it.
at first he was
He
like
was my
so
favorite of the
understanding,
ones.
and then he switched into an asshole so quick, and I was like, ooh.
That's exactly how
I got
would
you.
roll. I love it.
I like the naked version just because he had the nice dick. I'm just like, no, but yeah, it was fucking no. He just had a nice cock. No, but it's fucking great though. Every fucking character he did, even the ones that were like mute, like they just had their own persona in some way. Other than like the two that were both like, you know, like we're the tough guys. They were kind of the same, but other than that,
They weren't even really in it though, too.
Yeah, but you know they got their little moment. It was cool little get ups. But
So
yeah,
what are you giving it score-wise?
Yeah.
I'm curious about Tyler.
7-4.
I thought you'd be around there.
I was scared
Me
you weren't
too.
gonna like it because
Me
you.
too.
Well, actually, I thought it'd be a lot worse. Like it picked up. The
It's
beginning,
that third act,
the
man.
beginning,
Is
all
insane.
that walking. Like I feel like they could have cut like 5 minutes out. No, you're right.
This was actually
7,
really
8.
8 minutes.
I mean,
in.
it was just there wasn't any talking.
Give me
I
3
get it,
minutes.
the artsiness to it, but
I love the pacing in this
7-4.
movie.
Oh yeah.
What?
The pacing of this movie.
And one last
Yeah.
thing I gotta say before I give my score: the fucking ending. It was crazy because I did not think it was the ending at all once it first started. I even turned
Oh,
to you at
yeah.
one point. I don't know if you heard me. I was like, I keep waiting for the scene to end and it won't end. And then at a certain point, I was like, this is like a solid last 30 minutes
This is
of
the
body
third act right
horror.
here.
Oh yeah,
And
for sure.
crazy.
For
I
sure.
thought it was gonna be like I pictured this movie having like a crazy like last 10 minutes and then it's out of nowhere gone. I didn't think it was gonna be 30 or 40. It was like 35 minutes. The ending
It was
was
a-
of straight body horror
But
and
it was
gore
built
and
up
crazy
so well
shit.
to that.
Yeah.
So
And it had to have that payoff, and payoff
I
it
really
did.
like the little music, the little musical touches in the background. You know, he's really good at that too. So I had to mention it because I'm a musician. Sorry.
Now that I talked about it, I'm gonna run one up Ricky by just one. I'm gonna do 9.1. This movie definitely delivered, and I'm struggling with where
God.
I put it amongst Garland's other two movies because the other ones, if they're not okay, if they you see how Josh felt about it. I wonder if this mic picks up everything, so it's on there. Yeah, he thought it was a stinker of a flick. No, but it was, dude, it was fucking amazing. But like the other two movies he has are like a 9.1, like at worst like an 8.8, 8.9. Like he's just off to an amazing start, and that's why he's one of my 5 favorite directors. I just
Same.
look forward to. And I was like, in the beginning, I was like, okay, I'm kind of liking it. And then that dramatic scene with the husband, like that pulled me in. I was like, okay, here we go. Like this is a great scene, like great emotion, very well acted. And they were just like little sprinkle scenes the rest of the way. And then I started to become mesmerized with all the characters the lead actor was playing. I was like, this is amazing performances. And I fell more in love with the lead's performance. And next thing you know, I was just gushing all over this movie. And I was like, hopefully the third act delivers so. And then I pieced together, I'm like, I know exactly what this is. And I started picking up the symbolism, the metaphors. And I was like, that's fucking awesome now that I realize this. And then, boom, the ending was just long, drug out, but not feeling like, dude, can we wrap this up? It was just intense and fun. Yeah, 9.1 out of 10. Yeah, this one did the damn thing.
So you liked it.
Y'all all
Yeah, I
loved
loved
it. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really
fucking
did.
hell,
Dude,
yeah.
I
It's
couldn't
crazy.
take my eyes off the screen.
I loved
The
it.
whole movie.
Same.
It was so beautifully shot.
I'm actually surprised. I thought Tyler was going to be like,
4.
what? Even more? Like, he's like, it just didn't
Is that
make
it?
any sense.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Is that it?